Switching gears now, with wildfires currently sweeping across the Los Angeles area, the urgency to protect our environment hits closer to home than ever. The new year offers a chance for all of us to take action, from reducing waste to embracing clean energy. New laws in 2025 are here to help us do better for our planet and our communities. Here to shed some light on the subject is Steve Blackledge, Senior Director of the Conservation America Campaign for Environment America. Welcome, Steve.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so Steve, unfortunately, there's the devastating wildfires that are happening in Los Angeles. A lot of people are impacted by that. How do these new environmental laws give us tools to address the causes of such disasters?
Once the fires are out and we've saved as many people and animals as we can, we need to lean hard into transitioning and continuing the transition to clean, renewable energy. It's more resilient. And there are new laws in the books. So there's federal money for electric school buses, federal money for personal EVs, incentives for EVs and heat pumps and solar. And there's a new state program that makes the application for rooftop solar really simple. And that cuts through the red tape and bureaucracy and means that people can get their solar panels up on the roof going faster and saving them money quicker.
Wow. And then what would you say, what actions can everyday people take starting today to reduce their environmental impact and help prevent future tragedies like these wildfires?
Yeah, it feels so old school, but live simply. And things like hold on to your cell phone an extra year or your laptop an extra year. Or, like Jimmy Carter said, wear a sweater and don't turn your heater up so high in the wintertime. So you can take actions like that. And when you do need to buy something new, shop around for some sustainable or greener options. Like, so if you're putting a new roof on your house, look at solar. If you need a new furnace, look at a heat pump, which also cools your house in the summer. So you can take actions like that.
And the wildfires remind us how interconnected our environment is. What role do conservation efforts like protecting pollinators and wildlife play in building a more resilient ecosystem?
Yeah, it is so interconnected. And so if you think of like our forests here in California, and we have a lot of them, one of the best things we can do is let old trees grow because they store a lot of the carbon that gets into the atmosphere and leads to extreme weather. And off the coast of California, there's kelp and eelgrass, and believe it or not, they store a lot of carbon. And so if the lawmakers here in Sacramento can do more to ensure that we're protecting existing kelp and expanding it, and that helps all the wildlife, the sea otters, the fish, everything that lives there.
Yeah, we want to make sure we're making those changes. And clean energy, big focus for 2025. How can new policies around solar power and energy efficiency make a difference?
Well, energy efficiency is so key because the cleanest energy we have is the energy we don't even use, right? And so there are new appliance standards for for appliances and energy efficiency standards for those appliances. Those were just finalized a few months ago, and so we're really looking for those to kick in. And then the second thing, we'd like to see the state lean harder and do more to continue to incentivize rooftop solar. Because if you pair it with a battery, your electricity stays on, even if the electricity is out, you still have power. And so that's really critical. Oh, and then the power lines that have to, that spark wildfires. Well, if you're producing your energy right on your roof, those power lines aren't even in play.
Oh, wow. Okay, so for those inspired to act, what's the easiest way to support these new laws and be part of creating a safer, cleaner future?
There's a couple of things. One is you can go to our website, so environmentcalifornia.org. We have tips and resources, and you can sign up to get updates on new laws and new bills, and so that's really good. And then one thing out of the lens of energy is we can all plant some flowers and bee-friendly, butterfly-friendly flowers in our yards or at our church or at our schools, and that's so critical. And if you sprinkle in some native milkweed, that's good for the monarch butterflies too. So.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, learning some tips from you. You hear your determination in what you do. Can you tell us about the work you do at Environment California?
We're looking for a couple different things to make sure our laws and our policies are advancing a clean, energy, safe environment for wildlife and whatnot. So that's number one. And then number two is providing resources and tips for everyday Americans, everyday Californians on how they can do more.
Steve, we appreciate your tips.
Thank you.
All right, and to our viewers, as Steve mentioned, to learn more, you can head to environmentamerica.org.